Hey everybody, just stopping by because I was just thinking about the fact that on multiple occasions I have said that there is a difference between believing and knowing. And in making that statement of there's a difference between believing and knowing, I have said that the difference between believing and knowing is that, in my understanding, or my knowing, is that when you are believing something, and this is, from a feeling that I get on the inside, that when you are believing something, you are still perceiving something. You are still on the outside of that thing, trying to perceive something. When you know something, you know that you know that you know that you know. There is no more standing outside of it, perceiving it, trying to figure out something about it. You absolutely know. So that has been my experience with the difference between believing and knowing. But I had not talked about the emotional side of it, or the emotion and feeling side of it, that just was brought to my remembrance today. The difference between let me think about this for a minute. The difference between desiring something and when you come to that place of absolutely knowing, desiring and approaching and seeking to attain something, and, coming to an understanding that we have the power to not only just imagine something or dream something, we have the power, it's innately, inside of us, to not only envision something, but to put ourselves in the actual space and place, utilizing all of our senses to understand that everything we're thinking about, we actually are already. If we're not engaging with that, meaning instead of me just, and I'll give you an example, wanting the new car, which is standing outside of it, perceiving and believing that I can have the new car, we have the ability to utilize our imagination and put ourselves inside of our minds, inside of the vehicle, inside of the brand new vehicle. Now, once we put ourselves inside of the brand new vehicle in our minds, as we're meditating, sitting in our home and focusing, shutting our eyes and focusing our attention and really spending time with this thing, when we're inside of the new car, we can now smell the car. We can now determine what color the interior of the car is. We can now begin to see and animate ourselves and whoever is present in the vehicle, such as maybe our children in the back seat or our spouses in the passenger seat. When we're inside the vehicle and in our minds, we can begin to actually animate ourselves inside of that new car. So now this is not just about imagining something. This is about actually being inside of the vehicle. And when we're inside of the vehicle, because we are actually engaging all of our senses, we're engaging our sight, we're engaging our sense of smell, we're engaging our sense of touch because I put my hands on the steering wheel of the new car. We're engaging the interaction that we have with whomever is in the car with us. Because we are actually doing all of that, we are no longer standing outside of the new car. We are inside of the car, and our bodies, our minds, and our thoughts are actually having an experience that is now. So it's no longer something that's over there, something that we are dreaming about, something that's in the future, because we are actually inside of the car in our minds, but yet we're actually there. Our body is experiencing this because thought, with its accompanying emotions, because all of our thoughts have accompanying emotions and all of that, but our thoughts with our emotions equals an experience inside of our bodies. This is science. This is what's happening. So we're actually able to collapse time. That's what I call it, collapsing time. There is no longer a difference, or there's no longer a distance between what I was imagining, what I was imagining and what is occurring right now. And when we stay in that space of understanding, with whatever it is that we're looking to manifest into existence, when we stay in that space, the desire is no longer there. You don't need to desire anything, because now you're in a space of knowing, because you're already having the experience right now. It's not something you're trying to experience. You're experiencing it right now. And so the desire to try to experience anything is no longer there. So I just wanted to stop by and talk about the difference between believing something and knowing something, standing outside of something and bringing yourself to a place of being engaged inside of the very thing, and understanding that you already are, or you have this remarkable innate ability and opportunity to utilize your imagination in order to bring you inside, so that you can begin to engage fully with everything that you desire to bring into manifestation. It's already inside of you if you're thinking the thought. We just have to take it to the next level and stop standing outside of it and begin to engage with it, so we can have an experience and have the experience right now. This is Lisa Scott, guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.